Okay, so here to talk about TNA, as I said I would earlier on. Where to start on TNA? So, first video on TNA. So, the overall thing that's happening at the moment is the the Fortune taking over, really taking all the titles at Genesis. Um, just leaving the fact that the world title was in Jeff hands until Mr. Anderson Kennedy, W fans would know him as, took the title at this last pay-per-view. Um, I find it interesting that he did this because I was so surprised. I was expecting, like, when I was watching it with 18 minutes left of the pay-per-view and Jeff Hardy come out and Eric come out, I was like, oh no, 2 minute match, maybe at the least, like stole the thunder. But they did a very good turnabout, and it was a very good twist of fate to the end of the show. Matt Hardy is now in TNA officially as part of Mortal as well, so he's gone there with a new work ethic. He's kind of lost a lot. He's been in the gym by the looks of it. He's got a new hairstyle. He's done a lot since he's left WWE with his persona and look. Um, he faced RVD in his debut match on pay-per-view, which was quite a bad match to be honest. But apart from that, I think it was an okay match. It wasn't amazing. He made his debut impact last week when he teamed with Jeff to face RVD and Kennedy in a tag match. Um, can't even remember how that. But that match was a bit boring, bit stale, bit TNA, I guess. However, this week it was all about Kurt Angle and Jarrett and Karen. Um, as many of you don't, if you don't know, Karen was married to Jeff Jarrett back in 2000. Uh, married Jeff Jarrett back in 2009, I think it was. And originally, Karen Jarrett was married to Kurt, and they got kids together, and they thought they would bring a kind of Matt, Edge, and Lita storyline into TNA now. But if you didn't know this, the fact is, Kurt Angle threatened in 2008 to take Jarrett's head off for taking his wife away from him because she filed for divorce because they were having an affair behind Kurt's back or something, and she left Kurt. Um, I don't think Kurt even sees his kids no more. I think they're being raised by Jeff, and yeah, and it's a very sticky situation that I don't think should be brought onto TV, especially when Kurt threatened to kill Jarrett back in 2008, which led to Jarrett, Karen, and Angle being removed from the roster for almost 9 months at that time. And when they came back for their match at Bound for Glory back in 2008, and it left a lot of sticky issues, and they were literally wanting to kill one another in that match. You could tell, and their Genesis rematch in '09. So it was very extreme, and it's like it's not gonna get down from that because this week it's she was gonna air all the dirty laundry about Kurt, and Kurt wouldn't let that happen. And I don't think they should ever let the personal stuff come out on TV. I think that's for behind closed doors. Shouldn't be put onto TV. I do believe that Edge, Lita, and Matt shouldn't even had that either in WWE. But at the time, Lita kind of boasted it a little bit, I suppose, over the internet. Never mind. It's at the end of the day, if TNA and Kurt and Jarrett actually want to work it like that, then that's their problem. But I just think it's a bit wrong. As as a viewer, I kind of find it a bit awkward when they're in the ring together. I don't see the point in trying to make us believe that they're just working out the relationship of just fighting a normal match, you know. I don't believe that at all. They really literally are out to hurt one another now. Um, Other news is that Crimson, Mason Red's brother, has come into TNA. Last week he attacked Abyss. This week he attacked AJ and Abyss. Um, he keeps with the proposition of they are coming, February 3rd. So we got another premonition, but not this time, not so far off. A lot. If you don't know this, then turn the video off. But I think next week is Scott Steiner's return, but it might be him who's actually the return. They are coming. So we do know that TNA have actually officially re-signed Scott Steiner. The big news is I think they're actually split up the Motor City Machine Guns as well. I don't think they're actually together no more after their mishaps last week and at Genesis. I hope for the sake of fans that's not the case, but at the same time I kind of think they've had a long run together, so it's understandably if they want to go their own way. I think that's pretty much on Impact this week because there's not really much else to tell apart from Karen, Kurt, and thing, and obviously the big story that they are coming. Who are they? We have no idea. I read the spoiler that Scott was one of those people, but whether there's more to it and more people coming into it, who knows? Jeff Hardy gets his rematch against Anderson on that night as well, so on February 3rd in their rematch match, which was announced 2 weeks ago. So this should be a good build up for the pay-per-view because the pay-per-view is 10 days after that Impact of, so it's going to be a good build up, and I hope and I stress that if Anderson loses his championship, that it should lead to RVD versus Jeff Hardy. But whether that actually happens or not is another case. A lot of people also, I'm kind of getting annoyed with Devon versus Bubba Ray. Bully Ray, should I say, sorry. And it's kind of getting on my nerves a little bit. It's like, split up a great tag team, then lose all their history together. Why not? Let's do that. Knockouts. Mickie James is now in TNA, if you didn't know that already. She's kind of having this feud with Madison Rayne, which is kind of cool because they're probably the two best at the moment in the TNA locker room when it comes to knockouts. Tara's out with elbow injury or something, torn ligament, which is a shame because she's also another great wrestler when it comes to diva and knockout. So yeah, that's pretty much TNA this week. I think there's nothing really else to think about. Just probably to keep it cool and check out my videos when they keep coming, really. And thanks for watching.